I'm gonna show you this game how to always make sure that you are going the correct form. That way you never ever go the wrong form. And I feel like a lot of people always ask me that, Karasmai, how do you know which form to go, you know, for this game or for that game? Well, we're gonna break it down in 3 parts, alright? Because a lot of people, I usually just give a simple answer, something as simple as like, alright, well, if they have more melee champs, then you go red. If they have more range champs, then you go blue, right? So something like that is usually typically what I would aim for. But that's only one of the small things that you're gonna be looking for. So step number 1, you know, more melee champs equals red Kayn, more range champs equals blue Kayn. So see how they have 3 range, 2 melee. So typically you think I'd go blue this game. Well, that's not always the case. There's 2 more very important deciding factors. One of them is mobility. So are they a very mobile comp? Are they going to be running away, or do they need to be on top of me to fight me? Well, Nico needs to be on top of me because doesn't have a lot of range. Jax needs to be on top of me. Olaf needs to be on top of me. And Soraka is going to be around them. So, you know, obviously, there isn't a lot of range and there isn't a lot of, you know, kite that they're going to be able to use on me. So, definitely, that makes it better for red. Suppose if they had higher mobility, it'd be better for blue. And then, are they tankier or are they squishy? Can I one-shot more than about 2 or 3 of them? If I can one-shot more than like 2 or 3, yeah, I'll definitely look to go blue. And if I can't one-shot, well, then I'll look to go red. Simple as that. So, I hope that will help you guys know which form to go. And as you can see this game, yeah, I could one-shot, you know, maybe Ezreal and Nico and Soraka. But let's just say Ezreal builds like Frozen Heart, which a lot of Ezreals do, and Nico gets Zanya, stuff like that, then they instantly just become un-one-shottable. So you kind of just have to think about what items are they typically gonna build. And that's a much more advanced mechanic. But as I said, the simplest answer is if you're confused, just go, okay, if they have more melee champs, I'll go red. If they have more range champs, I'll go blue. But obviously, I'm showing you that in this instance, much better for red. There is one more advanced thing to know that we'll definitely depict, but this is something that only like the highest of the highest ranked Kayn mains will have to go through is, okay, what are the fights gonna look like towards the mid to late game? If you're going to be looking to team fight more, always go red Kayn. If you're going to be looking to play in the jungle, in the mid lane, in the river more, always go red Kayn. Now, if you're going to be looking to play in the side lanes and the river, then you want to go blue Kayn. If you're playing like jungle and, what do we call it, side lane, then you want to go blue Kayn. So, just look at your team comp, like, alright, what is the enemy good at? So, their team comp is extremely good at team fighting. And our team comp is not the best, so I figured, okay, I'm gonna go red Kayn. That way I can counter their team fight because I am the fight champion. So stuff like that. If you ever feel like, okay, yeah, we need more tools for team fighting, sure, go red Kayn. Perfectly fine. Great flash there. Okay. Thank the cues. Morgana keeps moving away from me. I have a death wish. Alright, Jax appears to just be taking that. Make sure it's 100% dead here. And flash for the scuttle. Wait,
by the way,
one.
this is Karasmai, who would unironically win this game.
Yo.
Yo, how's it going? Lord Soda, thanks for 2 months. Welcome back. Thanks for that so much. Yeah, so that's a very, very aggressive play to make right there. That's just something that the more comfortable you are, the more you can kind of look for that type of stuff. It's kind of a very aggressive play because I just know that if I can deny the enemy jungle with a scuttle, he's going to be very tilted. And not only that, but I also just made sure to kill him as well. And now I have a good amount of orbs and all that. Now, I'm going to introduce something that is also an advanced mechanic. Because we're going to be going over forms and we're going to be going over, you know, what to do in what scenario. Some of you might be questioning, okay, I've heard about Purple Kayn, I've heard about Assassin. What are those? You know, Prowler's Claw, Red Kayn with Ignite, Eclipse. Right now, the reason why people go Prowler's Claw, Red Kayn with Ignite, and Eclipse and all that is because Blue Kayn's really weak in Challenger Elo. In Challenger Elo and Grandmaster Elo, he's just not that good. So going Prowler's Claw and Eclipse is kind of a way to play both forms, but, you know, playing the stronger side of it, if that makes sense. So that is typically why people do that. It's games where Blue Kayn would have been best, but you can't go blue, so you're just going to go Prowler's Red. And you have a lot of percent health damage, so the damage is going to be at an all-time high. And as for the purple Kayn build, which is going blue Kayn with red build, red runes, that's typically in situations where, you wouldn't really get hard punished for going it. Like, I don't need the CC in fights if I'm ahead. So if I get my blue form first, and let's say, I don't want to wait 4 minutes, I want to start making plays immediately, go blue Kayn and just have a red build. That would be purple Kayn. So it's really in those situations where you're kind of just like, okay, I'm not really sure. I got the wrong form first, and, I don't want to lose out on all that momentum because of it. So in this situation, this is definitely a game where I could be like, all right, I don't do anything down here, bot, so we should just do the dragon. Another thing I would like to mention is your playstyle and what objective you prioritize changes a lot based off what form you go. If I'm going blue Kayn, I like to prioritize the Rift over the dragon. If I'm going red Kayn, I like to prioritize the dragon over the Rift. The reason why, don't get me wrong, both objectives are great, but sometimes you can only get one, and if you have to trade, well then, so be it. But the reason why I prefer red with the dragon is because when you do get your form, your team fighting is insane, and if you're going to be having the better team fight, then you want to make sure that you have the better scaling on top of that. And dragons is how you scale, and they are forced to fight you at the dragons. So if they're forced to fight you at the dragons and group up, then they're playing into your hand. As opposed to the Rift, it's a little bit more selfish. You're playing more the side lane, sending the Rift down, getting tower plates, getting gold, and forcing, kind of in a more isolate area. You get a pick, you send the Rift in, that's kind of just how assassins work, right? But don't get me wrong, if you're ahead, I think you should get both objectives 100%. So that's 100% what I'm aiming to do. We're gonna get this and that. Okay. Jax. I don't know why there's that new bug in this game where you can like hear that type of stuff. Oh, Akal doesn't see me here. Akal only saw me there. We could have actually killed them both. They ran away. You have to run through the lane, not away from it. Yeah, looking to be aggressive when you have this advantage is always a smart thing in my opinion. Alright. Nice, now I got our form. I get a tower plate. Alright. What did I play before Kayn came out? Oh, I was trying to go pro, so I played every jung as a meta player. Have I ever gone against Astro Boy? Spica? Yeah, I have. Alright. So now we have our form, and like I mentioned, whenever I get my form, I always just firstly prioritize the objective. So I'm just gonna go straight for the Rift, farm all my camps, then probably look for maybe a forced dive bots. By that time, my ult will definitely be up, so that'll be good. Alright. So we see Jax down there. I'll just take my top, and like I said, path towards bot. Don't want to ever leave all your camps up, because then you're prone to getting invaded. So let's say some people would think, okay, Karasmai, why do you not instantly send the Rift top and dive top? Yeah, that play would work, but then Jax can punish my bot side camps and get an advantage there. The whole premise behind this playstyle is you want to make sure that you're getting everything and the enemy jungle is getting little to nothing, right? And you want to be able to juggle the objectives on top of that. So I'm getting all the camps, I'm getting all the objectives, and then after I'm done doing all that, then I'll look for more plays, But whenever like an objective is up, like let's say the dragon, I'll usually get a big reset and then be like, all right, let's get ready to fight this red. Got horchata with the Sada fries. Oh, where's my invite, bunny? What the heck? Oh, he's blue smite. I find blue smite just to be the best right now for both red and blue. After the 10% damage reduction nerf on red smite, I just don't see why people run it, to be honest. Some champs definitely need it, like they're forced to get it, like maybe like a Lee Sin figure. But it just seems very like very bad. They have to up the damage on red smite for it to be like more valuable. Like give it like maybe 50 to 100 more damage based on scaling, and it be decent. But it's just not good. I just need to up the damage a little bit. Because blue smite, not only do you slow them, but you steal 20% of their movement speed. So that's just great for both forms. Alright, so now I have the big reset. Always want to make sure that you're resetting big 40 seconds before the objective if you plan on contesting it. Right now I could just put a deep ward. See how they're both low? I'm going to send the rift first. That way it's going to crash and kind of pinch them. It's also going to tank tower for me. Raka used her E too early. Wait till they both line up, and boom. Yeah. Kind of just makes it so they have no escape. Alright. Now, once again, we look to punish, so we're going to look for like an invade type thing. Alright. Perfect. Now, this is one of those games that's definitely over, because let me tell you one thing with Kayn. He is one of the best, if not the best, scaling junglers in the game, specifically Red Kayn. Blue Kayn's assassin, so you have to scale through your mobility, which you obviously still can, because high damage and mobility is a very scary threat. But Red Kayn is the best team fighting jungler in the game. Maybe like Zac or Echo or Kindred might be able to outscale or something like that. Maybe even Graves. I think Graves might be able to, but he still has that respect as the #1. And so essentially what this means is that if you ever have a good early game and you get your form safely, 9 times out of 10, you could solo carry that game and just be the sole reason that you win. And this is why Kayn helps so many people climb, and it's helped so many people. And I just want to make sure that you're continuing to help people, so I'm trying to teach you everything. Notice I'm getting Executioner here because a lot of their kit is just surrounded around healing, and if I counter it, easy. So, you know, healing. 2 huge healers, and then you got the things like Conquer and all that. And just farming camps. Yeah, there's 2 top, but they're probably gonna back off. I don't know, if they stay, then they just die. Time you want to make sure people are gonna die for sure. You have to make sure that you're playing the angles right. Notice how I walked on him because he has Cinder, so he would take the tower there. I want to make sure that I'm queuing forward to go towards their escape, so they just die like that. Alright, nice. Probably gonna FF in a minute. But, I mean, this game was just kind of to show you guys how to make sure that you always go in the right form, because like I mentioned, a lot of people, you probably go blue here, and you're not necessarily wrong to do that, but I want to make sure that you're always having, you know, just that option of understanding more to the game. Because, you know, let's say I went blue this game and Jax got ahead. I want to be able to play the game. I would never be able to kill him, right? But with Red Kayn, you know, this game I could assure that I will 100% win. Enemy team's probably going to open our FF at this point, so that goes. I deal with CC heavy comps on Red Kayn. Well, you see, in my runes, I have not only tenacity, but also unflinching, so I'm pretty much capping out my tenacity, so as long as you can get them to stack on top of you, because whenever CC teams are there, they'll always stack on top of you. You can get 1 W off at a big Q. You heal the full, do that again, kill them all. Get your ult somewhere in there, boom, easy. Alright. Only plays blue. I mean, there's definitely people out there that only play red, only play blue. Like I said, that is 100% doable. I remember back in like season 8 or season 9, I don't know if I could recreate this, but I had an account where I only played blue to challenger and I only played red to challenger. Red was a lot smoother, but blue was a lot more fun, and it was faster because the games would end pretty quick, so stuff like that. Like enemies just gave up. Not FFing. Oh, there it is. Oh, we voice learned a thing or two. Peace.
Victory.